sparring club is coming. November 14th, London. Mark your diary. See you there, you f***ing tart.
Boxing King Media. We've got Riz and Ellis, who are going to be punching holes in each other in a couple of days' time, but they've kindly agreed to stand next to each other and have a bit of a chat about what's going to happen on Saturday night. I'll start with you, Riz. How are you doing?
No, I'm very good, thank you.
Okay, good stuff. And Ellis, first time I met you, as I said to you earlier, best thing about these tournaments is you get to find out about fighters that you've never heard of. You're 12-0, which is good. Obviously, gives you a lot of experience, but now people are going to get to know who Ellis is.
Yeah, definitely. That's my plan. It's my plan to let the world know who I really am.
Just for fans who may not have heard of you guys before, I'll give you both an opportunity, like in a quick 30-second intro, just kind of tell the people who you are and how you've ended up in this boxing journey, being in this tournament.
Yeah, so my name is Lewicki, for those that don't know. You know, I've boxed my whole life. I started in Sheffield in very humble beginnings when I was 10. I had my first contest at 11. And yeah, here we are for my 15th professional contest, hopefully 3. But you know, my whole focus is on beating Ellis on Saturday, and yeah, that's all I've got on my mind. Obviously, we have the weigh-in on Friday, and we're just kind of progressing day by day. But that's how I take it in my stride, one day at a time, one punch at a time, and we'll get there.
Ellis, your intro, I know it's the first time you're fighting away from your call. You've had 12 fights all at your call, so you're like your call legend coming up here.
Yeah, nice. It's a change of arena, but as I said earlier, it don't matter. It's a ring with 4 posts, 4 ropes. It don't matter. Obviously, my name's Ellis, Ellis Steward. I've been around boxing all my life. My dad's a professional coach, been around world champions, multiple different types of champion, British, European, world. And yeah, I've always been around it, always boxed, and here I am.
Prior to this fight, had you guys ever heard of each other?
No. So obviously when the posters came out, I had a quick little look at every single person, because until yesterday we didn't know who we were boxing. They did the live draw on TalkSport, which was quite a nice little experience, you know, to be mentioned there. But yeah, no, I've never known. There's so many fighters out there. You kind of, and you're hungry, you're motivated, and you're tunnel visioned on the very top. Obviously aspire to be there, so I look at that. And I'm not saying Ellis isn't, you know, he's obviously undefeated in 12 and he's a very good opponent, but we're fighters coming up, so we kind of don't look at each other until it comes to, you know, until the piece of paper is signed and we're fighting each other. So, you know, on Saturday night we can clash and figure out who's better.
Did you know anyone in this tournament, and obviously did you know Riz?
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with what you just said. I didn't know Riz by name or anything, but when I looked at his record, I knew that someone had stopped William Webber, and you stopped William, didn't you? I've done a few rounds with him, sparring William, so I sort of knew of who he was, but not properly. I hadn't actually seen you before or anything. But yeah, no, same. There's loads of fighters out there, and I just take everything in my stride. Each opponent they give me, I leave it to my dad more than myself. I'd get him to look up the opponent, look at what they're like, the style, and we set out our game plan. I don't really look too deep into it.
Good stuff. And I just want to give the fans a bit of an insight into small hole boxing. Obviously, both of you've had like 20 plus fights between each other. A lot of people have got misconceptions about the money the fighters earn, especially on that sort of level. So just kind of explain what this 25 Gs could mean to both of you and how it can change your life. So let Ellis, you answer this one first. So how's that 25 G can change your life compared to what you may have earned before?
Yeah, I mean, listen, small hall's hard. For people that don't know, you have to sell a certain amount of tickets. Let's say, just for example, 60, 70 tickets to break even. It's not easy at all. And this is my opportunity to now make that money that I want to make. And I've got a family to provide for. So 2 kids, a missus, a house that I want to buy. So yeah, that's my hunger, and I'm going for it.
Riz?
See, for me, it's not so much about the initial deposit of money, though £25,000 sounds really, really good. But at the end of the day, even if that wasn't the case, it's an opportunity to beat 3 really good opponents. You know, on BoxRec doesn't care if it's a 10-round title fight or if it's just a 3-round shootout. You know, at the end of the day, it'll be 3 wins on my record. And I know for a fact that every fight after this will be an opportunity to, like you mentioned, come away from the whole show, small hall shows. And like Ellis mentioned, you know, you're having to sell 50, 60, 70 tickets to break even. And as I've experienced before, if you don't break even, you have to pay out of your own pocket. And people might not know that, but, you know, I've paid £1,000 before to box. And then obviously I've been on TV and I've had my opportunities as well. But it's not like it comes easy. Winner stays on, loser kind of goes back a little bit. Maybe a little bit differently with this tournament, with it being a slightly different format. There might be a little bit more lenience towards those that do lose and not reach the finals or win in general. But yeah, we'll see. At the end of the day, I'm ready for 9 really good rounds, and that's what I've come here to do. And on Saturday, me and Ellis will share the first 3.
Indeed, and we kind of look forward to it. Just out of curiosity, do either of you do like jobs on the side? Do you work as well?
Yeah, I do. I do personal training. So personal training, I do boxing coaching as well. So I do that within my session. So let's say I've got a session at 11 a.m. I might be in the gym from 6 o'clock in the morning, grafting, and then I'll finish my session at 12:30, 1 o'clock. I have more sessions through to the evening. So that's my life at the moment. But yeah, unfortunately, with small hall, you can't afford to not work. You have to.
Yeah, no, same here. I work, but slightly differently. You know, I've spent 5 or 6 years looking after disabled adults, just trying to kind of, on one hand, you are making a living and you're paying your bills. You've got that, you know, guaranteed income every month. But on the other, just giving back as well. And last year, I changed that job to now working with troubled youth. So I teach, you know, youths that aren't fit for the standard educational system, and they need a little bit more, you know, so I can put my intellect and my knowledge and experience onto them and hopefully at least guide 1 or 2 individuals in a better direction.
Good stuff. Both of you kind of giving back in your own sort of way, so you're good to hear that. And finally, if you both want to just look at each other eye to eye, and if you've got any spicy or frosty messages to say each other, final message to each other.
No, there's nothing spicy from me, but I will see you on Saturday.
100%.
And we'll just have 3. I'm not a clown. I'm not going to be here smacking him with an egg or anything like that. I'm not interested in that. As much as it would draw views and, you know, it attracts more people watching, but I'm just looking forward to... Yeah, maybe, but, you know, at the end of the day, I do my talking in the ring and, you know, we will share 3 hellacious rounds, or less, hopefully. No offense, but, you know, if there is a little bonus to the KOs and stuff, you know, that would be very nice. But at the end of the day, it's all about the fight, and we'll do our talking there.
Yeah, same goes for me. Do my talking in the ring. I'm not a shit talker. I don't stand here and talk shit. And yeah, I just let my work in the ring do the talking. I'm looking forward to sharing rounds with Riz and getting there and getting a win, whatever means necessary.
All the best to both of you. We'll look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Sparring Club is coming. November 14th, London. Mark your diary. See you there, you f***ing tart.